So there's a lot of concern with what are we getting in these products?
It's a good question, one most consumers aren't asking. Last night, we showed you the dangers of the latest dieting craze, injecting the pregnancy hormone HCG.
But is ingesting it any safer? Area nutrition stores want you to believe it is, but as we found out, many don't even know what's actually in the products they're selling. We did some shopping, asking, and testing of our own. Here's part 2 of our special report.
They're everywhere. Products making a lot of promises, from regrowing cartilage to protecting your heart. But the most enticing claims are those related to weight loss.
Yeah, results-wise, it's been averaging about 20 to 25 pounds in a month.
Okay.
It's been awesome. So.
Nowhere is the pitch more passionate than supplement shops.
Like the 3-pack we're doing, like with the detox, and then also with the nighttime formula that goes along with that. Then, of course, your HCG with the drops, that's part of the metabolism and fat burner.
Our cameras are rolling for each explanation of the HCG products being sold.
And I mean, how does it work? Like,
Which one? The HCG?
yeah.
Basically, it's like it's like a good hormone that's going to help regulate part of the thyroid pituitary gland function and just helps regulate, breaks down stored fat cells in the body.
But HCG produces progesterone, and progesterone is what you get, you create more of when you're pregnant. Okay. And that causes your body to, when it burns calories.
So what it does is it tricks your hypothalamus into thinking you're pregnant.
This is the sort of thing that makes people like Dr. Linda Kreipel crazy.
To assume that a person who is not trained in this, that is working at a health food store, knows more than the pharmacist does.
She's a professor of clinical pharmacy at Drake University who can't believe the outlandish things salespeople told our undercover shoppers.
I mean, what does this actually do for it?
Well, it's going to help. It's going to help burn burn those fat cells that your body accumulates.
Okay.
Without having to hamper your muscle cells.
I have women that do it, that go down to the 500 because this suppresses your appetite too. Right?
Through evolution, if a woman is pregnant, she can go 3 days without eating.
Dietary supplements are huge. You know, they're big business. They're not out to promote safety for patients. They are out to sell a product.
And if you're a believer, you'll plunk down some serious cash.
You're at $79.49 then total for you. Debit or credit for you?
Yeah, $83.74.
$58.29.
But do you really know what you're buying?
The government does not regulate what is in or not in these products.
Dr. Kreipel says most consumers don't know that dietary supplements aren't required to be tested or reviewed before they hit the shelves.
We estimate anywhere between 25 and 50% of all dietary supplements have some type of contamination. And by contamination, I mean anything that could be something toxic, like heavy metals, mercury, lead, steroids, prescription drugs.
After hearing that, we decide to send 3 over-the-counter HCG products to a contract lab for testing. Eurofins Scientific is an international group that tests pharmaceuticals, food, and environmental products. We asked for a pretty basic screening of some of the contaminants Dr. Kreipel mentioned, including arsenic, mercury, lead, and pesticides. The results are a relief. The HCG activator capsules, toned HCG drops, and official HCG diet plan drops all test negative. But will they test positive for what's on the label?
You might find minute amounts, but even if you find it in there, the body can't absorb HCG in that manner. It has to be given in an injectable form to be absorbed.
Dr. Donald Young should know. He prescribes HCG to his patients at Mid-Iowa Fertility in an effort to help them get pregnant.
So we have our hormone assay machine that measures HCG levels down to very tiny amounts.
We took our over-the-counter HCG supplements to his lab in Clive.
With the testing that we did on the samples you brought in, there was no evidence of HCG at all, so the levels didn't even register.
Not even a trace.
Not even a trace. I think it's just one of the extreme examples of quackery, that it's just a ripoff of the public.
Oh, I agree. I think it's not only quackery and fraud, I think it's very dangerous.
In January, the FDA agreed, calling HCG drops and capsules illegal and fraudulent. That's not stopping manufacturers and sellers, in large part because the products don't appear to be causing a serious health hazard, so the government isn't in a rush to pull them from the shelves. It's another reason both doctors think the laws regarding dietary supplements need to change.
They work in the body the same way drugs do. They are drugs. We just classify them differently. These are not simple products that do not have risks associated with them.
Well, I think they need quality control and quality assurance just the same as for prescription medications.
For now, there isn't, which means what you read on a bottle or box may continue to baffle doctors and befuddle consumers.
It says it instantly reduces the desire to snack. That would be good. That is a miracle drug.
Why would we be using something that has not been studied, has not been controlled? It's ludicrous in my mind. It's just asking for trouble.
You have to know what you're putting into your body. It's your temple. It's your home.
Now, to be clear, Dr. Kreipel and Dr. Young are not saying that supplements are bad. We also want to let you know we contacted the manufacturers of the products we tested and also the supplement shops we visited. I talked with one, a person named Brian, who works for what's called the official HCG diet plan. He told me he's not surprised that Mid-Iowa Fertility's lab didn't detect any HCG because, quote, the product is homeopathic and contains such small traces that it wouldn't show up on those tests. When I asked him about studies that show that taking HCG in any form no better than placebo, his response was, quote, what we're selling may very well be the placebo effect, but it is working for people. Again, these doctors are not saying that all supplements are a bad thing, but they are saying that you should make sure you're buying ones made by reputable manufacturers. We've listed several websites that are good resources for doing that kind of research on your own. Just visit our website. Once you get there, go to the As Seen on 13 section. Again, the laws that are on the books right now just really don't have any teeth, mainly because the FDA and the FTC, the two government organizations that regulate this sort of thing, don't have the resources to police it.
Yeah, even though they're illegal. But
Exactly.
Thanks for warning us about those dangers.